Alright, boys, we're back. March 13, 1:22 p.m. Gate Waterland, main gate. Ugh, changed now like a pair of peasants. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, okay. There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is? You really shouldn't steal anything. However, I'll bite with you. What should a thief steal? In life, it's too heavy for a burden on your soul to get away with, ever. That's something we can agree on. Well said, Kay. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands, when I apprehend the murderer myself. Alright, I'm going to work extra hard just to be a good assistant. Let's go! I still never said you could be my assistant. I'm just going to drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder. Mr. Edgeworth! I keep forgetting the voices I give them, bro. I'd like to come show. Mr. Edgeworth, the stadium. Hurry, sir! This is supposed to be hush hush, but they found a witness at the stadium. A witness? You, what did we tell you about leaving your own assigned posts? The jig is up. Yep. Mr. Edgeworth, remember that I'll always root for you, so go get him, sir. Why am I just pointing at my forehead? Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves. It's not all fun and games, Kay. Well then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. Oh God, the blue badger. Nah, bro, Meekins is guilty. 100%. March 13, 1:42 p.m. Stadium. I thought there was a witness here. It's the fucking car, isn't it? Yeah, I don't see anyone. Mr. Edgeworth. Yo! Is that who I think it is? I forgot her name, bro. Oh, she was, episode 5, like the assistant replacement for Maya. When she was gone. By her name, I know she would make an appearance on Apologies. I didn't know she'll make an appearance here. Damn it. Long time no see. Are you Miss Emma Sky, correct? This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Sky. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together, as witness and prosecutor. But I thought you had gone to Europe to study forensics. I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course I do. How have you been? You have to be in good spirits. I'm still studying abroad. You bet. More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes scientifically. I've been studying non-stop, every day, to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit. I see. Hey, that's cute. Alright. I know Gumshoes isn't gonna be in the future games, which is just sad. So, I know Lana was gonna, Emma's gonna be replacing for Gumshoes. It's fucking sad, man. I'm not happy to see her, but fucking hell, I'm not gonna miss Gumshoe. Alright, I almost didn't recognize you. You're really growing these past few years. Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go. But I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see. You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Sky. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad. Not to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Faraday. And I'm And I'm trying to become an unstoppable great thief. The great thief? Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on. You bet we do. Emma Sky. Bro, I don't think they got the rights for fucking Phoenix, right? And they got all the rights for these characters. Well, is that how it works? I don't know. But they can't even directly say Phoenix, right? So, I don't know what's the problem there. So why are you here, Emma? Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for a spring break. And you just so happened to be in the fucking crime scene? Well, at the place where a murder took place. And she's probably the witness, isn't it? And then I heard that you'd come back too, so I raced on over here. I had really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I just missed you. And how exactly did you know I was here? With the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. I used these to track your footprints and I followed them straight to you. God, she still uses those. This set is the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. I can spray this chemical on the ground, and when you shine the special light on it, zing, the footprints light up, like electrified noble gas in a glass tube. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking. Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. God, I can't read this shit. The witness. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed. Huh? What are you talking about? I love how she still has the same goddamn sprites. Except on a fucking tree fort view. Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about? Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgeworth! What's Emma trying to imitate Gumshoe's voice? Mr. Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys, right? Now, pal, he said. What was that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking. So let me guess. There's been a murder, right? Yes, unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eyes. But I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? Alright, I can present her some shit first. God. We probably should not bring up the Blue Badger. She still probably has some PTSD about that case. Seeing the Blue Badger sure brings back memories. Yes, indeed. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was really something, huh? The red-hot courtroom battle between the two of us. I don't think it was quite as dramatic as that. But it was right, bro. It was Phoenix. Fucking hell. The Badger Mobile. Scientifically calculating and thinking critically about this. And putting it in a way that transmits the feeling that I understand. Woo! Done! She makes it sound like she knows what she's talking about, but she really has no idea. Admittedly, I am slightly confused by what she just rattled off. I don't know, I can't fucking read. Anyway, let's try to find this witness. It's probably in this car. I assume this is another Badger Mobile. Yeah, but it's a different color than the Blue Badger's car. It's the Pink Badgers. Yes, this is the retina. What? Retina searing pink model. Retina searing pink model. God, I just fucked up those words. That's what. Well, that's off in the distance. What's that off in the distance? It's the witness. Oh my fucking god. Oh hey, it's the Pink Badger. Badger, get! Badger. Badger. Just what does she see in these silly things? Oh my god, they do the same dance. Oh no! I think this Badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Are you by chance the witness I've been searching for? This is probably the killer, guys. Sorry, but I don't speak Badger dance. God damn. Gonna take off his helmet. Talk, Badger. Oh my god, it's fucking old bag. Well, she's not the killer. Old bag, I thought you were working as security for fucking... for that case. I don't know, I forgot the case's title. No, I'm not giving you a fucking voice, man. Ah, I can't take being inside that stuffy head anymore. You're... Oh my god, I forgot. No, why here? Why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness on one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop out unexpectedly and cause me... Itchy poo! Why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really. I was trying so hard to keep the kid's dream alive by staying in character. But you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of what roundabout way you're talking, so I'm going to be just direct. I cannot read with this voice, man. This is gonna destroy my throat. Ugh. I had a bad feeling before, but this just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare. So you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth, too, Miss Pink Badger? You could say that, but right now I'm just a Pink Badger, dearie. She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my ass around this one. My name is Wendy Oldbag, but you can call me Wendy, or Granny, or whatever suits you fancy. Nice to meet you, Miss Oldman. What did I just... Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday. What do I care about you, one young whippersnapper like you? Yeesh. I was just trying to be polite. God, man. I already know my throat's gonna die with this voice I'm giving her. Especially when she talks. Weren't you a security guard at one of the gateway hotels the last time we met? I go where I am needed. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youths of today. I get called in all the time to fill in when there aren't enough hands. But enough about me, Edgy Poo. I'm totally dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again, and here you are talking with two young girls. They're not all the same, but that's fucked. I am not reading that. You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth. Kay, please, I'm begging you. By all means, do not provoke her. Do not provoke her any further. God, man. I did not miss Old Bag, bro. She's good at being annoying, that's one thing I'll say. Are you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness. Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think Flint is going to be so kind today. Oh, please don't be the witness, I don't want to voice you. I saw what happened! Fuck. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that? So it's true. She is the witness. Ugh. I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the Old Bag. Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder. You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes? Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me. Oh shit. Alright, what's your testimony, Old Bag? What Old Bag witness? I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area.
Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
Alright. There's no contradiction I can see. Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately. What's that? Unfortunately? You tacked onto the end supposed to mean Edgy Poo? Well, anyway, let's see. What can we find out of this little old lady? Alright. Short break. You mean you took a break from being the pink badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell the smell of sweat, your hips creaks with pain. You even begin to dream about work.
That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know?
Well, that's why I chose to come to my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids.
So, what did you see while you were the pink badger were resting? While you, the pink badger, were resting?
Oh yes, that well.
That area. Why is she being so vague about it? You saw two men. Can you describe them for me?
They look like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring I don't even remember much beyond that.
But did you see any special features? Anything that you can recall that would be very helpful?
Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men.
Hey, she's right. You do seem very worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not worked up over anyone. I'm not jealous.
It's alright, Edgy Poo. These two men were the fools compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them.
Suddenly there was another and the person who was shot fell to the ground. You claim to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place.
Absolutely, that gun made a terrible racket when it was fired.
You didn't try to go help the person that got shot?
I'm only one person, you smart eclectic brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could find someone who could help.
2 men, 1 bullet. That's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there isn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony.
Well, if I saw the ugly guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory?
Self-centered, aren't we? Well, it was somewhat useful. Her testimony also presents us with a new problem. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? So about this new problem. What is that giant grin on your face for? Do you want me to show you something really nice? No, thank you. Don't be so mean. I swear, it's going to be... Yuck. It's something that you're going to like. What is that gadget you're holding? What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief. Ugh, I should have known it. It should be worthless. It would be worthless. Oh, don't be like that. Hee hee. What the fuck? What do you think now? What the fuck is this? What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air. Even that shit doesn't exist right now. I'm going to input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, even when no other bird dares take wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. What the fuck is this bullshit? What is this?
This is a recollection of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief.
Little thief. I dare say, I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far.
Little Thief is actually meant to be similar for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I used it like this... Let's see. Miss Oldbag said that the two men were facing each other, and then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground.
Damn, this is like Cyclops on another level. Well, if Phoenix Wright had the Cyclops, Edgeworth had recollection. So with this, we can expect a crime scene as it was in the past. This reminds me a lot of those, like, Batman detective missions on the Arkham games.
See? So, what do you think?
I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days.
Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu.
Indeed.
Oh, but if there isn't enough information or if something is out of place, the recreation should come out a little strange. In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness testimony. You got it. You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth.
Wait, was it Edgeworth who was talking? Ah, for fuck's sake. Right now, the simulation is a recreation of what the witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find something illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification.
Feel free to examine anything in the simulation in the way you always do. You can always present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got Little Thief with me, so you just let me know, okay?
Begin investigation. Right, fucking detective mode. Let's use our logic. What do we have? Following an expense list. Alright. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here.
That's right, but
if that's the case, then we've already found a first contradiction.
Huh? What? Where?
If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item? The blood. What shit should we present? Yeah, this one. This is the contradiction.
Huh? Is something wrong with the recreation?
And this is the real scene of a crime. Something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one?
Oh, I get that's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either.
Right. The fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony.
Ajipoo! How can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar?
Ah, man, I cannot do that voice.
I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down. You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there's another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. Maybe because the victim was probably wearing a costume. Innit? Right. What does this say? Why is there no blood around the victim's prone body? He was wearing a costume. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume?
So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers?
I think we can reasonably assume that there is a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of these stolen costumes.
But Mr. Deacon's blood should be inside the costumes instead of on the ground.
Precisely. Now, if we only could prove that the victim was wearing a costume.
I think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. But the problem is finding them since there doesn't seem to be any around.
Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can come by finding some of those. Gosh, our forensics expert, isn't it?
This is amazing. I just feel the power of science.
Footprints. Elmo, how about the method you were talking about for finding footprints?
Ah, finally an expert knowledge in forensic is needed.
Well, yes. Can you detect and trace even partial footprints?
Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit and can find anything.
Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area.
Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work.
Eh.
Hey, I found something. Look, right here, right there.
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth.
These footprints. These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume. Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest. Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Victim's costume data jotted down in the algorithm.
Okay, in that case, I'll update little theme situation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out of this new info.
Alright, so that's what happened. So the victim was wearing a costume when he died.
And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right?
I see the reconfiguration has changed in accordance with the newest information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention. Yeah, the bullet entrance and exit. It means to a shot from the bottom.
What do you want?
Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. You already read this shit. Alright.
So, does this mean Elbach's testimony has a contradiction in it?
Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See, I just knew a little thief would be of help. Now, let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Olbank to put into this recreation.
For that, we must first find a contradiction in her testimony, which I think I already found. The stadium was short break, and I was resting. I happened to glance over. I saw two men facing each other. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot. Fell to the ground. Abdomen. Alright. That's about finding gunshot wound, entry point to lower right abdomen, right shoulder. Which indicates that he should have been shot from a downwards angle, innit? Fuck. Ugh. Alright, let's press it then. I claim to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place. Oh, actually, yeah, I found the contradiction. Yeah. Two men. Actually, how the fuck did she know the other dude in the costume were men, hey? The guy in the costume, yeah. Objection! Two men. How did you know the ground of two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time. Ugh. Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. Ugh! I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes.
Nah, man, I never trusted old Beck.
From a seat into the second tier.
The second tier?
Hey, didn't you say you saw it? Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier? That was, I was using the face in the metaphorical sense.
Let's see how witness still has a screws in this metaphorical sense.
The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshots, VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap. I can see how you could have gotten a good look from there, so it's so high up.
Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there?
Well, I know I saw two people, but according to what, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage shadow.
It was hard to make out the killer and the victim of this. Alright.
I said this isn't what it used to be, Not like when I was
Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You got it!
Alright. Yeah, footprints. Still with this. Yeah. It's the silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Okay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer?
Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into Little Thief.
She has a point. That was a dumb question, Edgeworth. Could have done that ages ago if we already did, didn't it? Alright. You can go over here. Alright. Let's use someone as the victim and it's in a costume. The silhouette can change depending on the information I input. But a little thief can recreate more than just people.
So investigate away. We may find even more info which means to make a more accurate sim.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Right. Let's talk to Kay.
Yes?
Recreation. So, you believe that this gadget will provide us with the proof we need?
Yeah, of course. Pretty neat, huh? By inputting info like this, we can recreate the crime scene exactly as it was. Although Little Thief was originally intended to be a training sim for heists.
A training sim for thievery. I can't believe I can turn a deaf ear with that, Kay.
Bah, it's for practice. It's not like I've actually stolen everything yet. Besides, we're in the middle of an investigation, so stop nitpicking.
Even if it is just practice, I can't exactly endorse the act of stealing. Although, admittedly, this device is rather useful in an investigation. Using a thief. So, how am I supposed to know this to aid my investigation?
Oh, that's right. I guess I should explain how to use it, huh? Objects outlined in yellow are things that are not present. that are not present in our time, but we're in the past. Things outlined in a dotted line are things that exist now, but then in the past.
Okay. I see.
You can examine and interact with replicated people and objects as you normally do. You can even present evidence whenever you find an inconsistency. Oh, and to be sure to point out the mistake in the recreation with evidence too.
Very well. Let's continue with the investigation.
If there's something you don't get about the little thief, feel free to ask anytime, okay?
Yo, that shit actually be useful as shit in real investigations. Logic. I don't think I have any logic. Okay, except this, I guess. What's hard to see? Talk.
This is amazing. Just feel the power of science.
Thanks to you, I'll be able to proceed with my investigation once again. Thank you.
Ah, it was nothing. I'm just glad that science and I could be of service. Pretty amazing. How could you see their footprints? So, that's the secret band, that thing. Oh, you want to know? Here, you can read the manual. Ah, very interesting. So if I do this, I can avoid being footprints. I can avoid leaving footprints.
She can't seriously be trying to use the information of her adventures as a thief. Wait. This is the old bag. God, I hate old bag, bro.
What, is it some sort of new attraction?
No. Alright. Can we not go here? I don't see any inconsistency. Well, the most logical sense is just go to the second floor. Almost like they brought the stage down.
I guess this means that they're done for the day.
Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. Right, how does this logic connect with the new one? It was hard to make out the kind of event. Oh yeah, probably because they were underneath the stadium or some shit like that. Yeah. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, which should not be believed because she's a fucking bitch-ass liar. Well, maybe this time she's telling the truth. The murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
Do you want me to input that to that bit of info into Little Thief?
Yes, if you please.
Okay.
What the fuck? Why is he inside the goddamn? There is clearly a contradiction here. Please stop stealing my lines.
Oh, come on. Isn't that hard to see it coming, even as a layman like me?
I suppose in any case, it's not possible that the killer had to have stood here in that way. Because there was a very real stage set up on the spot at that time.
Yeesh. I told you. I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything?
Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious the killer was on top of the stage naturally?
Nah.
Right, Miss Oldbag? Yes, I remember that the killer was standing on the top of the stage.
The contradiction right there.
See? Now let me update the info on the simulation.
Because the entry point was the lower abdomen and the exit was the shoulder, so that just isn't possible, isn't it? Except the fucking bullet flew. Nah, contradictions. Contradictions! Contradictions. Oh shit, Lang. Well, what have we got here? bunch of hooligans running among the sea. Ah, crap. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us. Well, I can't even go around messing up my crime scene. Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium. I see. Thanks. For what? I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you've saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that?
Little thief is not a toy.
You two. Sir. And there you have it. You see, big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now this is a recreation. So what? Do you still intend to accept that Officer Meekins is the killer? Of course. Of course. Even knowing that the crimes took place here doesn't let him off the hook. Ah, shit. Alright. Agent Lang's logic. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins laying in wait for the victim on top of the stage. Then the victim finally showed. He shot him on the high. That's the truth of your little recreation shit. Contradictions, contradictions. How far would you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime? He's the most likely suspect we've got. He's the most likely suspect we've got. Especially given the situation with the gun.
Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
You see? Thank you for the understanding, my little Carol girl.
Ugh. I'm not really common crow. I'm the yellow aggressive, the raven of legend.
Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. Right, I already see the contradictions, man. Yep. Nah, cause the fucking entry point, bro. I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation was incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly after all. What's that supposed to mean? You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible.
Huh? Why not?
Recall Miss Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located.
Actually, I didn't get that good of a look.
Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim. Ugh!
Then,
Yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above.
a clear contradiction.
You're discounting your own conclusions. No, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter for recreation. Yes, the location of the killer and the victim were wrong. Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say. I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on the top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. Ooh, that'll make the footprints the killer, which means the killer will also wear a costume. If this is what happened, I'd also explain the position of the gunshot wounds.
But then, what about the footprints?
Those footprints don't lie. You can assume that the killer also wore a costume.
Okay, I'll try using that data instead.
Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim are wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers.
What?
That would be the
Yung
most
green,
natural
madumi yan,
conclusion.
kuya.
Hindi ma. Parang last ng boses mo. Won't you agree, Agent Lang?
Ano pa ito ako sa bata? Dapat hindi man ako kailangan.
Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekin with the crime. Oh boy. I ask that you take another good look at the time marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the blue bag of Badgermobile. The story Officer Meekin's told about that shop on the wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the blue Badgermobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area. I believe he moved the body with a car. That's right, it was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to that way he did.
Pinapawid. Hindi,
The
bakit
three car
hiningal?
tread
Kuya, ito
marks
nalagayan
are
ng
very
ano.
telling. However, is the blue Badgermobile the only capable of being such a pattern?
May nakita akong ano.
Ano na? That's the tire marks over there. Tire marks. The tire marks. Yes, the tire marks. The ones there behind the stage. Okay. They were hidden up until now by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made, they must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct? Yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires in the blue Badgermobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. I say it's the blue Badgermobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too. That's pretty goddamn plain to me. Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's just an impossible tale. And why is that? Those smart tracks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' blue Badgermobile. One look at the car could have told you so. What proves that the blue Badgermobile had never been in the stadium? The fucking tires. Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single droplet of mud to be found on it. Ugh! If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed. Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius?
Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldback's pink Badgermobile?
Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time in the second-tier seats.
Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there is yet one more roving store as I recall.
Oh, you mean the Proto Badger?
That's right. There was one more parking space inside that garage, and it proves the existence of a Proto Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find us Proto Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. Ugh.
Hey, did you hear something?
The fuck? Help me. My god, it's the fucking son, isn't he? Nah, he's the killer.
Are you alright?
Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West with kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in. Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers. What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Did you see the faces on your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but two. One was a woman. A woman. A woman. Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it as a gift. Do the same fucking pose. Now, are you going to get out of my crime scene, or am I going to have to get you, or am I going to have to get rough? Ugh, again.
You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Oh no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily.
Don't count on me to testify because I won't. Not for you.
That's right. I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper?
Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to be rough either. You will. I give you a what? I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate?
Fair maidens? Oh my, you little rascal. You sure know how to make it to a woman's heart.
Langsley says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is here forever.
Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy skinny sayings. Let's get this over with so you're clear. I'm only interested in giving you my statement.
Fuck's sake, is he flirting? Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be.
Mr. Edgeworth.
God damn it. Well, shit.